What's going on? Welcome back. I'm adding an outlet under a barbecue and fixing mistakes. So first off, they did a good job. They did a WR, that means weather resistant underneath, but it's not a GFI and it's not GFI protected. I already tested it. So we have to add a GFI. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put extension box on, if I can zoom in, we're gonna put extension box on that box there. And then we're gonna run seal tight through here. We're gonna add a 2-gang there for the barbecue igniter and then for the reefer that's going there. And we like to plug the outlet for the refrigerator in the cavity next to it. That way you don't have to pull the fridge out to unplug it, to service it, anything like that. So that's what that big old hole they blasted out is for. So the fridge can plug in here, and then the barbecue reefer can come down for, you know, rotisserie and igniter. And then sometimes they have a worm light. I haven't seen this yet. Ah, look at that. It's a nice barbecue. I love these porcelain coals. So yeah, check it out. Blanket set up here. You know, work smarter, not harder. You gotta be comfortable. So first thing, if you look, we're gonna replace the GFI and WR, weather rated, weather resistant. Yes, it is under a barbecue, but you can look it up in the NEC. Code requirement requires a GFI protection for anything underneath here. And it makes sense. Now, in order to get the seal tight or liquid flex out of there, we're gonna have to put extension box so we can come in. We're gonna put extension box on here first. We're gonna bring it up to code with a GFI, and then on the load side, we're gonna come over to here. We're gonna add, like I said over there, a 2-gang, which we got 2-gang here, and we're gonna come in the side. We got this in-use cover, it's called. And if you don't know what these are, this is so you can keep things plugged in and then still close it. As you can see in the picture, there's little tabs here, which I'll show you, that you can knock out. That way you can keep it plugged in and close it. So keep it weather rated for wet and damp locations while in use. And we're gonna also do that to the single gang as well and bring it up to code, like I said. Get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount this bell box where it goes, and then measure the seal tight, you know, land it with the seal tight connectors, which I'll show you, and then get it all landed. And once it's landed, then I can pull it out, and then I'm gonna feed the THHN, the wire, and it's actually got to be a THWN, which is the weather rated type. But if you know these days, THHN is actually THHN/THWN for weather rated, and that's for branch circuits. If you have main feed circuits, you have to use XXHW when you're going underground in PVC and things like that. If you look here, you see these little bubbles. I got a trick to getting those out. This is where we anchor it and mount it to the CMU block. Things knock right out. There we go. Anytime you mount something, if you didn't know, you need 3 points of contact, not just 2. Code requires 3 points of contact. So we're going to anchor it with yellow anchors. You got to think these things through. So we want to be above, we want the seal tight above that. So we're going to mount the box, you know, a little bit higher, and we're going to come in the side. We're using a 1/4-inch masonry bit for these. Even though it's under a barbecue, no one's really gonna see it. Just take pride in your work. Make sure it's level. You know what I mean? Ask me why, but this is one of my favorite things to do. I just love getting these anchors in. And if you want to go the extra mile, especially if it's like outdoor on stucco, is you're gonna want to put a little bit of silicone in there, because stucco is porous, and I also silicone around my boxes. That's so satisfying. You can give it a little tap with a hammer, but we're good. Here we go, we're level and plumb. Make sure you're putting the seals on, even in the back. I've seen people not put them on. Make sure you're putting the seals on. We'll leave this one open, so now we can seal tight over. Now the reason why I want to put the seal tight in first and then bring it out and then cut it is because it's going to be hard to, I'm by myself, so it's going to be hard to feed the THHN wire through by myself. So once I get it landed, I know exactly the length of it, and then I could strap it, then I could pull it out, pull the feeders through, which is 12. That's an existing 12 gauge 20 amp circuit, so we have to use the same size wire. And then I could feed it through by myself and then put it back in with the wire already inside it. That's on there. Type just uses a pressure fit, so I actually have to screw it on the box first. Sure, when you're feeding things, you're thinking ahead, so like, you know, make sure you fed it behind there, and that goes in, and we'll tighten that. I'm just gonna cinch it up a little bit so we can get our length. Load on strapping seal tight is you need a strap within 1 foot of the box and every 4.5 feet. It's not exceeding 4.5 feet, so whatever makes more sense. Like you're gonna need one at that corner, one at the other corner. I'm pointing that corner out, you know, there and there. But yeah, make sure it's tight, and also try to run it to where you can actually pull the feeders out later if you had to. You know, don't do like tight 90 at that corner. Next step is we're gonna have to get our extension box on here. We need a really long screw to go from here into the box, because this box mounts to those 2 screw holes where these would mount, but it goes through the box to cinch it all together. We got our liquid tight, seal tight, measured and cut, so now we can pull it off and pull our feeders through. Remember, 12 gauge, hot, neutral, ground. And just like that, we're landed. And remember, there's a ground screw there for a reason. Make sure to use it. Don't be a hack. Take pride in your work. Even though I know it's a little bit difficult, those screws that aren't made right, because look how close it is to the side of the box. It's hard to wrap it around without taking the screw off, blah, blah, blah. But just do it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pre-make this up before I install it in there. A couple things to keep in mind. Whenever you land a wire around a screw, always go with the way you're gonna twist the screw, because then it'll close it up. If you go the other way, it opens up. And the worst thing you can have in electricity is a loose connection. Let me know in the comments if you agree. But you see how it goes as you turn the screw. Watch, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Watch there. It basically closes the connection opposed to opening it if you went the other way. And make sure to wrap them with electrical tape. Just make sure to wrap them with electrical tape. It's just something that can set you apart. It's just a better practice, especially since it's outdoors and in a wet location under a barbecue. All right, so that's all in. It's all taped, it's all grounded. This is what I mean by in-use cover. If you see down here, you can actually take these off. And now, when you put this cover on, it can close and your cord will come out the bottom and it'll stay plugged in. It'll stay sealed with it. It's an in-use cover. I think you get it. So WR, you see, WR, and it's on the load side of the GFI over there. So it's protected off the GFI there. So we're taped off, we're grounded, we're strapped. We are gonna put our in-use cover on there. Now we fixed the other electrician's problem. It's WR and it's GFI. Well, it was WR before, but now it's GFI protected, which it wasn't. And the load side goes and feeds the other one. Hopefully I'm not stuck in here, because I want to show you this beautiful hiking trail with a nice river right by. What, one little oversight, I mounted the bell box first, but the in-use cover is gonna mount like this. So I could have made it work, but it just would have been a hack job. So I took the time to take it apart to redo it. And then we can mount here to secure the GFI to the cover. And this secures the extension box, and it goes through the GFI. That's this type of cover. I personally like the accordion style of in-use cover, but this is what they had on a Saturday. Luckily, a supply house is open on Saturday. I think if this is the hardware store, it would have been twice as much. And I do like the see-through cover on this. So you can see the light on the GFI. You know what? They make a GFI that has an actual light on it, like a convenience light. So it's what I put underneath my barbecue. So you actually, instead of just a green light, they do have the green light for the tester, but they also have little lights underneath your barbecue. It glows. You have a little bit, just enough light under here to kind of see. It's a pretty cool feature, and a GFI I recommend for putting underneath. All right, well, we work hard. We play hard. Just gonna turn the breaker on, test the GFI, make sure those trip, make sure everything's good, turn it back on, and then we'll go to that quick hike. Actually, there's cleanup. I don't like to leave the little scraps like this. When people see this, they know it was from the electrician. I make sure to clean everything up and then put all the tools back where they go. Materials you didn't use, return. Put all your tools where they go. Just, you know, take pride in your work, and it makes it more fun too. I'll make a quick little video for the contractor, show them the GFI, show them the things I had to fix, so we can substantiate the costs and all that stuff. And that's what I like to do. I like to send them a video when I'm done, and they really appreciate it, and then clean up all my mess, every little piece of wire and everything. And I already said that, so. You see it's in, it's all strapped, it's to code. We have WR outlets under here, weather rated, GFI protected, trips, in-use cover, goes through here, all cleaned up, strapped, comes into here, reset your GFI. Got your in-use cover here, WR rated, GFI, weather rated, outdoor, under barbecue, perfect. Everything's all good to code. We're gone, we're gone, we're done. Nice way to end the day on a Saturday. Oh, I want to go in here so bad. It's nice to see water running in California. They got to save it because of that little fish, remember? It's so cold and refreshing. You can see right here where the fires came through. Look how high the water level gets. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Keep it locked in for more electrical tips and stuff. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you would have done different. If you're an electrician out there, just getting this channel started, and I figured, why not? You know, I love watching, it's all I watch on YouTube and stuff. Anyways, I truly appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. It'd mean a lot to me. And if you got any electrical questions or anything like that, please let me know. I've been doing this 22 years, almost 23. And want to get this thing going again on social media. Just it's an outlet. Sometimes people got things to say and stuff like that. So anyways, thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.